once again I come to you guys in my laundry room with my washing machine going crazy. But I want to talk to you guys about how very, 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 very important it is to continue to stay in prayer, which I am working on a podcast episode on that. I will post my podcast on, it goes through on Spotify, and it's also on like Apple Podcasts, so you guys can listen to it there. But I want to talk about how, just some of the things that I'm thinking about while we're doing that. So like, I know a lot of people talk about how they talk to God like, you know, he's their best friend, which, you know, I do that too. I talk to him like that. I talk to him like he is my best friend sometimes, because sometimes we need our Father in heaven as a best friend. But at the same time, we need to remember the Lord's Prayer, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I'm going to stop there because I think a lot of the times we forget to pray to God as our Father in heaven, ask for forgiveness, and help us to forgive those who have trespassed against us, and to also remember that it's His will be done, not our will be done. And I really want to focus with that on here and on the podcast, because it is not our will on this earth. If we're followers of Christ, it is the will of God and where He's leading us, and that's what we should listen and do, is continue to follow the Lord and do the will of God and not the will of man or yourself. Just a little reminder that is very, 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 very important, is to follow the will of God, not the will of man, the will of the world, or your own will at all, because you think you know better, but our Father in heaven knows way better than we do. So when you get into prayer tonight, think of the Lord's Prayer, ask Him, or pray those things, as well as go into what you usually pray, because prayer is so very important in our relationship with God. It's not the only thing that we have to do to have a relationship with God, because we also need to be in His Word, and we need to be doing the things that He asks us to do in His Word, and to have the fruits of the Spirit, and not the bad things, all the good fruits of the Spirit. So it's just my reminder, my not so put together discussion about prayer, and how we need to remember that He is our Father in heaven before talking to Him like a best friend, that we need to talk to Him like our Father in heaven first. He loves us, He cares for us, He wants to hear from us. But we also, this is just coming from me, and like from in the Bible, from Jesus's prayer that He gave us, we need to remember He's our Father in heaven too. And that we need to not only forgive others, but ask God for the ability to forgive others, so that we can be forgiven as well. That, I mean, and not just by God, but by others. How can we expect forgiveness if we can't forgive anybody else? And then the second part of your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Pray for the willingness and the want to do His will on earth as we would want to do it in heaven. That we continue to follow Christ and follow His ways and follow what the Holy Spirit is leading us to do in our hearts, and not run away from it. His will be done. Not my will be done, not your will be done. It is His will. God's will be done. God bless you guys.